a president of the board currently. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna call the meeting to order at 6:30, so the special session of the meeting called to order. And I spoke with the attorneys at the Iowa Association of Schools, and basically what they said is that the school board has to have a president and vice president to even operate, to conduct board business. So we have to leave here tonight with a board president, or we have to adjourn the meeting. Go home. We can't conduct any business until that is done. So I thought it was a good idea to start off the meeting just by handing everybody a copy of our board policy, which says what a board member is, and the standards that you all are supposed to uphold. I was kind of thinking about who would like to step up and run for a nomination for president.
So can I ask a question?
Yes.
I'm sorry. So you guys had said that you spoke with an attorney before when this was all last month. But our board policy states that if the
He told
president,
me that, and I agree. He agreed that it doesn't really matter. Still, for board, whatever the board policy says, that still the nominee has to want to step up and do it.
okay, so even like tonight, you're running the meeting. So our vice president is not.
No, because it's like the normal operations of what you would do during an election, right? So
Okay.
I have to run the organizational part.
So that's what this is, the organizational part.
Organizational part of the
Okay.
meeting, because we have to run the election.
Okay.
So that's my understanding of the school board secretary.
So our board policy says regarding the president is not, it doesn't matter.
That's basically what he said in the call. He said that we have to offer it to the vice president to step
And then
up. But if they decline, then we have to open the floor to nominations. But we are required to even conduct business. They said the secretary cannot step up and do it. The superintendent can't do it. One of the 5 board members has to step up and agree to do it.
Yeah.
Well, can I speak?
Yes.
Okay. So I know at the last meeting, but at the last meeting, I had voiced that I wasn't really interested, and stated my reasons at the time. But after doing some self-reflection of my duties as a school board member, I feel that our students and staff community deserve a functioning board. And so if it is in my realm to be an intervention for that, then I feel that I would step in as board president to fill out the term until November when we have re-elections. Because I was elected to be in this seat to serve the district, and if that's part of the remedy that's needed to serve the district and do our role. So I want to have a functioning board for the district.
Okay. So does anybody else have anything to say? Or do you want me to open up the board? I don't know. I don't know the rules. If someone can nominate.
So this is, I'm just very confused, and I would have liked to have spoke with an attorney or had them on the phone or something, because say that Jen steps up and does it, then we need a vice president, correct?
Well, he's already vice president.
But if our vice president, oh, right.
But Kyle is still in position.
So what does a vice president do?
I can resign as vice president.
This is just my question.
I think that what I took from the last meeting is the vice president, in the absence of the president, will run the meeting. And
that doesn't mean that long term.
But then with Mike resigning last time, then it was Kyle's opportunity, or Kyle's obligation, if he wanted to. He did not want to do it. He said he'd be willing to run it last meeting. Mm-hmm. And so that's what brings us forward to the board elections night. If he wants to continue to stay in his position and not move. I mean, I guess he has that option again yet tonight to either accept it or turn it down. If not, then nominations for president would come in order. And then he would just assume the responsibility of vice president still, excuse me. And then if Jen is gone in August or whenever, then he would need to know that in that case, he would do a meeting or two or whatever, potentially a year.
So because Mike stepped down, and again,
Yeah.
I wish that we had an attorney on the phone, but does Mike get to stay on, to remain on the board as a board member?
Yeah, is that right? And he told.
So my question is, if we don't have to follow school policy for this, why do we have to follow it for anything else?
I'm just telling you what was told to me by the attorney.
No, I'm just
For the
asking.
school board.
Because
It's not relevant. I'm
So what's
going to
the-
shut it down. It's not.
Why
relevant.
isn't it relevant?
Because we're discussing the election. This is my job is to run the organizational election, and I'm not going to change from that because I'm not a school board member. I'm just here to take minutes. Like I have to step up and run the meeting as an election official. That is my role. That is what I'm going to stick to because I don't know. I'm not schooled in the same policies that you guys are schooled in, so I'm not going to address it.
But these are our code of ethics that you passed out, right?
But
So
you
we
guys-
shouldn't have
you
to
guys-
follow these if we don't
Okay,
have to
so
follow
I
anything
think-
else.
I think
Correct.
we should have Kyle resign from vice president.
Well,
Why?
I don't.
Because it says that the vice president will serve out the remainder of the term of office if the president is unwilling or unable to. And that's, I think, what Jess is getting at.
I don't understand. I don't understand. That's
Well,
why.
honestly, when we talked to the attorney, they said, not that it's never happened, but this is unprecedented.
Mhm.
And this is what the direction that they gave me to follow because we really have a quite dysfunctional board in not being able to.
And it's the president's job to bring a board together and to seek professional development and, run a meeting.
If the 5 board members want to do that, then we have a problem.
So can we call the attorney now?
But Jen is willing to.
Yeah, Jen. is-
Sounds like to me.
There's an open floor for a nomination if someone's willing to make a nomination.
Okay, I'll nominate Jen as board president. I mean, if that's what we're doing.
Are there any other nominations?
If that's what we're supposed to do.
Okay, with that being said, Jen is the only nomination for president. We are going to do a roll call vote. I usually go by last name in reverse order or last name first, but then it's always the same people first, so I wrote it down 3 different ways. So we are going to go alphabetical order by first name. So that leaves Becky Hayes as first.
No.
Okay. Jen. Yeah. Jessica.
No, I have too many unanswered questions, and I would love for you to call the attorney.
I feel like Chad and I spoke to him together, and that was the clearance.
But you called the IASB attorney. You didn't call our legal counsel.
Do you want him to resign? Well,
I
that's
want
the
to follow
application.
procedure. I
Okay.
want to follow procedure. And I don't know if you resigned, can you stay on the board?
Yes.
If Kyle doesn't, and who told you that?
A lawyer.
So I have to take your word for it. I'm not taking your word for it. I would like to hear from legal counsel. Our legal counsel, not IASB's.
Well, then I'd say the meeting's over. Although,
We
We
have
gotta
an open
finish
vote.
your-
We have an
Yep.
open vote.
We're going to open vote.
So we're going to be fine.
Yeah.
And mine.
yes,
So motion passes. Jen. So I guess at this point, we need to administer the oath of office. Yeah.
Did you just mumble what is going on? Why did you mumble what is going on?
I solemnly swear that you will support the Constitution of the United States and the
All right,
Constitution
yes.
of the State of Iowa.
Yeah.
And that you will faithfully and impartially, to the best of your ability, discharge the duties of the office of board president in this New London Community School District as now and hereafter required by law. You're in charge.
May I read something to address the board, or would that have to be on the agenda?
We'll put it on the agenda, so just go to item number 2,
Okay.
which is closed session.
It was on policy.
Here's a paper copy. Sorry.
Okay. Item number 2, closed session pursuant Iowa Code Section 21.5 to evaluate professional competency of an individual whose appointment, hiring, performance, or discharge is being considered when necessary to prevent needless or irreparable injury to that individual's reputation, and that individual requests a closed session.
And I have a copy.
Board President, I understand the Board of Directors of the New London Community School District intends to evaluate my professional competency and conduct with respect to my annual review and performance related to specific goals that have been established for me as superintendent by board for the school year and beyond. I understand that such an evaluation will involve a direct and frank conversation between the members of the board regarding my professional competency and performance, and may include questions or statements that are both supportive and or critical of my past and current performance, and may require the sharing of information which may be harmful to my reputation if publicly disclosed. I believe that a full and frank discussion is in the best interest of the district and in my own best interest to ensure any performance issues or concerns are fully and freely addressed. Therefore, I believe a closed session is necessary and proper to foster a full and frank discussion. I believe a closed session is necessary to prevent needless and irreparable injury to my reputation. For those reasons, please consider this letter a formal request that the board conduct this evaluation and discussion on my performance and superintendent goals in closed session on May 27th, 2026, pursuant to Iowa Code Section 21.51I. Your consideration of this request is appreciated. Sincerely, Chad Walls, Superintendent. So, do we have a motion to enter closed session?
Make a motion to enter closed session.
Second.
Okay.